Hello, everyone. So I think we have most of you here, so I think we can start with the weekly wins. We can start with, the agenda is as usual. Personal wins, organizational updates, education, finance. Then we have core dev and other announcements if there are. So we start with the personal wins. My voice is audible, right?
Yes, Abigail. Loud and clear.
Hello? Okay.
Abigail, we hear you quite well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think my laptop was muted, so I couldn't hear your voice. Okay, so for personal wins, I can start with myself. My week was somewhat normal. We had some mid exams. Oh, it's midterm season, so it was pretty normal. I don't think there was something new besides that. Uh, I nominate who's anyone? Binia Malamu for personal updates.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, this week was actually pretty normal week. I didn't do anything new. uh, the I was leading the sessions smoothly. Maybe if you consider it as a win. Beside that, yeah, everything is going well, and yeah, that's my win. Yeah. Something bad is not happened so far. That was a normal week. Okay, let's nominate Ananya.
All right. Thank you, Binia. I guess it's the same case for me as well. Uh, Nothing interesting happened this week. I've been going to the gym consistently and been coding quite a lot actually. Other than that, it's mostly work. So yeah, thank you. So I nominate Galata.
I was actually clapping for you not to nominate me, but like, sure. All right. My week was actually filled with classes lately. That's very unusual. I don't consider that a win. Last week, my win was that I had a haircut. But this week, they forced me to get another haircut from the university because they said it was too big. So now it's become a loss. Yeah, and way to go to ruin my week, AIT. And but a week up, maybe a team win is that we kicked off our first education camp for our remote education. So that was pretty much it for me. Thank you. And I will nominate Ken Bond.
Okay, thank you, Galata. Uh, Actually, I had a beautiful win last week. I managed to watch a Champions League game between Arsenal and Real Madrid, and it was like a wonderful night. Apart from that, I managed to run alone. We do run in the morning with Emery, but when he's not around, I usually skip the run. But this week I managed to do the run alone, and that was another win for me. And for the next, let me nominate Emery.
Thank you very much, Cambon. Well, I wish I could say the same thing about the morning runs. This was a week with lots of travel. And unfortunately, I couldn't run. But on Monday, we made a great hike. Indeed, one of A2SVians who is currently in Rwanda, Abraham, from remote education, also joined me. And we went to Mount Kigali. So we didn't stay on the trail. This was a freestyle hiking to the top of the mountain, and it was really fun. So we walked in the forest. The weather was super nice. We had lots of fun, very good memories, and it really reminded me the days of Bay Area because I love hiking. Previously I was going for a hike almost every weekend, and in Ethiopia I wasn't able to do that. So that was my way of coping up with not running Kanban. And I'm really excited to be back on Tuesday so that we can get started with our runs, hopefully by Wednesday. If the travel is too tiring, let's say, I will be able to join by Thursday, and I'm really looking forward to it. For personal wins, speaking of personal wins, now I am in Izmit. This is a lovely city, about an hour and a half away from Istanbul. And my aunt and her family, they live here. So I am visiting her place. In Turkish, we have a saying, your aunt is your half mom. So she's taking a very good care of me. I eat delicious food that she cooks. So I may be adding some more pounds before I come to Ethiopia and burn together with Cambon. But this can count as a personal win today. Another personal win, on Wednesday evening, a friend of mine, Jihad, he called me and he mentioned, like I asked him, hey, dude, are you going to be in Istanbul tomorrow? I'm flying tonight. He said, no, but are you going to be there at what time? Can you make it to an event in the afternoon? And I said, yes. So he sent me the link for the event. There are 8 speakers in the event, and 3 of them, they were my personal friends. So it was really great to have a chance to attend, meet some Turkish technologists. And indeed, one great news that emerged from that, which I'm going to share, not now, it's not a personal win, but it was really nice to catch up with one of those 3 people, because I was late to the event. 2 of them already left because my flight landed a bit late and it was already not aligning with the time of the event. Like I was supposed to arrive late and I did arrive late. So overall, a very eventful week, lots of personal wins, lots of organizational wins. And I will mention about the organizational wins when we get to that part of the meeting. And who else I want to nominate? Let me see the list. I want to nominate Tuli. Tuli, just to give you a quick introduction, at the beginning of weekly wins, we share our personal wins. This can be about anything, whether your favorite team had a win this week or anything personal, you visited somebody, etc. The stage is yours.
Wow, thanks very much, Emre. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I cannot share my screen because my laptop is having an effect with my webcam. But I'm happy to be here and just to learn about how everybody is doing. While my personal wins this week, I think I had a lot of time working with my colleague, Bati, and we were working on how we can extend our work as the talent acquisition specialist department and how we can make it work for everyone. So we had meetings with our prospect partners, and yeah, we made some headways in terms of how we can partner with our hiring partners in UAE as well as in India. So I think we spent much of the time preparing for this last week and until this week, and where we met. I'm looking forward to turning this partnership into actual working projects so that we can have more of our talents from Africa to Silicon Valley to work either remotely or to be placed into these companies. That's my goal personally. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tuli.
And sure. And I have to nominate someone, I guess so. So let me just check. One thing that has come, one name that is coming is Yanet. Can maybe Yanet can take over from me?
All right. So for my personal wins, The week was somewhat normal. We had unusually a lot of classes, as Galata mentioned, and we had presentations and assignments and all. So my week was caught up with schoolwork. I guess this is it for me. Should I nominate another person or?
I think we've had enough weekly ones for today. We can continue to the next session. Thank you, Anit. So we have organization updates by Ambre.
All right, thank you very much, Abigail. Team, as you can see, this is a beefy one. It is also because I've added the Global AI Summit on Africa updates because I wasn't able to join last week to the weekly events. As you know, I've been representing our organization in this beautiful event, and I was a speaker in a panel about talent mobility in the age of AI. So let's take a look at the events. Number one, Akash in Ethiopia. So he's already there. He already started meeting some of our team members. He's going to be around about a month. I am very pleased that we are going to have more senior presence on the ground. As you know, he's very experienced in technology. He's a great communicator. There are so many things I love about him. And I'm really excited to work on A2SV related stuff together, full force. So he's going to be on the ground. Don't be shy. Say hi to him. If you are on development end, definitely communicate with him. If you are on the education end, feel free to connect. He's a very smart person. I'm sure he's going to enjoy getting connected with fellow A2SVs. Next, updates from Global AI Summit on Africa. On first day, I had extended time with Karim. So he is the co-founder and CEO of InstaDeep. And we had a great time. You know, we were together for hours. It was the first time I met him in person, but we had really great connection. He is into football. He is into running. I have seen someone who has been in the life journey a little earlier than I did. So it was really, really great to discover, you know, those great hobbies. And he has a very sharp mind. It was very nice to learn what kind of vision he has for Africa so that we can improve our economic advancement and move millions of people out of poverty faster. So fascinating person. Learn more about him. Read more because he recently published a book called Leapfrog. It is available on Amazon. I am going to try to find the soft copy and share with you as well. And the book just published very recently. I think it was last Friday or Thursday. So it is already out. If you can find and start reading, I would highly recommend. Next, another first-time personal meeting. Aisha Walcott-Bryant. She is leading Google Kenya and Google Research in Africa together with Perry. Perry is leading Google Ghana. And this was the first time we met in person. I didn't have a chance to have extended conversation like we did with Karim because Aisha was busy with some other stuff. But it was lovely to have a short and sweet meeting with her. So we also discussed about very little about A2SV's current situation and funding. She also said it's in the plans and we'll see how things are going to look like. They are doing their best. Jeff is helping from the top as well. So we really hope to hear some good news very soon. Next, it was really nice to meet with Sonny Iroche again. So he is doing AI for Business Masters at Oxford. And he is at age 67. He's from Nigeria. He is a huge inspiration for me. When you see him, there is no way you would guess he's at age 67 because he still has curiosity. He still has passion and ambition to give back to this continent. And he wants A2SV operations in Nigeria. So we prepared Nigeria proposal for him, delivered, and he's going to take this to the next stages in the future. And team, in this summit, I was on the stage during the talent mobility in the age of AI panel with some very respected guests. One person from World Bank, and she is managing more than $3 billion per year. Not million, $1 billion. And the Honorable Education Minister from Rwanda, Honorable Education, Science and Technology Minister from Tanzania. They were part of the panel. And the MasterCard Foundation Regional Director for Africa. And a Chinese guy who's doing important stuff that I forgot his title now. So I was the most underqualified person by far. And still, it was really great to learn from these great people and tell about our success at A2SV. So I can share the link. It is already on YouTube. If you guys are curious about how did the panel go, you can check it out. It's already available. And our social media team is also working on creating a summary video, which is hopefully going to be published soon as well. Next, on Monday, it was the Remembrance Day in Rwanda. For people who are not aware, unfortunately, there was a genocide that took place in the 90s. But after that, Rwanda is a rising star. You can see how visionary leadership, when it merges with the goodwill of people, can make a difference in Rwanda. So we had the meetings on Tuesday and Wednesday. On Tuesday, I was invited by Dr. Conrad to visit Carnegie Mellon University, Africa. And he has given me a short tour. Eventually, he took me to the space for innovation. And he has shown me a beautiful place and said, Emre, I envision A2SV operations here. What do you think? And it was really great because the space is beautiful here. It's an open space. There is enough room for meeting rooms. There are some other companies around, and it is in the campus. The campus is very beautiful. The nature is there. It is about 15 minutes away from the center. So everything we could ask for, it is already there, and he is ready to offer this for us. And I was very happy for that. The next day, on Wednesday, in the morning, thanks to efforts of in Ministry of ICT, they have arranged the meetings and taken us to University of Rwanda first to AUCA, Adventist University of Central Africa, and then University of Rwanda. In both universities, the managements are very keen to get started with A2SV education. They said that they have done their research, they really liked our program, and they are very excited about the impact we are going to make to their students. And after getting the confirmations from them, delivering the hard copies of Memorandum of Understandings, we had a chance to meet with Honorable Minister Paula Ingabire in the afternoon and her team. So she said, Emre, what do you guys need? Tell me, how are we going to make this happen? And we told her about the updates from the universities as well as the office space. And the remaining thing is arranging the financial support. And she has actually initiated the conversation with the MasterCard Foundation, as well as they are checking their resources in the ministry so that we can make this happen as quickly as possible. Next, after we have done these meetings, I actually forgot one more. I had the chance to visit InstaDeep office. It was nice to connect with people in their Rwanda office. They have about 12 people there doing great machine learning research and applications. And lastly, I had the chance to meet our Honorable Ambassador Aslan Alper Yüksel again. And he had told me more about this ecosystem in Rwanda, the lifestyle, how great things are. It's a very safe country. People are lovely. There is very good culture, food, climate. So this was a very nice conversation. And after that, I had my way back to the hotel, changed, met some friends, including Abraham, at the last dinner, and flew to Turkey. And around afternoon, I landed, and I get to this E-Today event in which I met many people, but I am going to list here the most important ones. First, Berat Oğuz. So he is a co-founder and one of the leaders in Playable Factory. They build mobile apps and mobile ads that are interactive. And he was very curious about A2SV talent. And indeed, we had a follow-up meeting today. So they are hiring one developer from us, and that person is going to start 1st of May. Things are already official. I am very happy to see such kind of, great, like-minded leader who likes to take actions quickly. Next, Veysel Güren. I didn't know him before, We met each other at the end of the event, and there was such great synergy that he actually offered me a ride, dinner. So we had an extended conversation for about 3 hours. They have senior engineers, they have projects, they are looking for junior engineers. And if you look at A2SV, we have the junior engineers and we are looking for the senior ones and projects. So there is a great match here. I'm really hoping that we are going to move the conversations further and we'll make this partnership official. I really think together we are going to achieve great things. And last but not least, Mr. Batushat. He is from Bay Area. He is Turkish but living in Bay Area. So in the event when we saw each other, we were like, hey, I know you from somewhere. He approached me and I had exactly the same feeling. So after some digging, we have actually noticed many common friends. His company is providing intelligence about purchase behavior by integrating data from all possible resources. And this is happening in real time. They work on very, very interesting stuff. So currently, I don't know where this conversation is going to go in the future, but he's a very smart person. Their company is already doing a great job. It may be a talent partnership we are going to see in the future. When we take a look at the plans. First, ONJA partnership finalization. I will go to Ankara tomorrow. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm going to be in Ankara, and I'll meet with the ONJA people again. So Mr. Jahid and his friend, and hopefully we will finalize the details. On Tuesday, I will be traveling. Don't expect much from me on Tuesday, because first I have to fly to Istanbul, and then I have to fly to Addis. By midnight, I am going to arrive, and I will be available for the operations in person starting Wednesday. What else is coming next week? We want to submit the Qatar expansion proposal, because one person that I met during the event, Miss Salma, who is from the Vice Foundation, she actually invited me to be a speaker in an event that they organize in Qatar in November. And we are going to have further conversations on, I think it's on Wednesday. That's already on the calendar. So the Vice Foundation meeting is also related with that. But there are some other partners that we had met while I was in Qatar, and we will be delivering our proposal next week. Next, the annual report. So we are making the final touches on it. We hope that that is going to be published next week, which is going to tell people about the operations, what kind of results we have achieved last year. And lastly, the office space arrangement for Ethiopia. After I come to Ethiopia in person, we are looking for the possibilities. We are not going to be back to Abrehot, unfortunately. Like the new management kept changing their mind, so this wasn't preferable by our, let's say, side, but it's not very reliable to have communication and collaboration. In that regard, we are looking for alternative solutions. Dr. Elefolius is checking the possibilities for AAIT. In case it doesn't work, we will have conversations with ASTU management. Either AAIT or ASTU is going to be our temporary office arrangement until we fix things with Rwanda, as well as with IT Park in Ethiopia. So team, thanks for patiently listening. If you have any questions or points to raise, please feel free to. If not, back to you, Abigail. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Emre. We can go to the next one if nobody has questions. Ethiopian education updates presented by Yanit.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Yanit Makra. I am head of education for G6 AIT students. And let's start with G5 second year education and internship updates. This week, they have continued working on products for the main project, such as the interviews, the roadmap, and the requirement structuring. And they have also continued on their UI UX track. Also are working on starter projects for both the G5 second year students and the interns. And for next week's plan, they have plan to continue on the UI UX track. They will also continue on working on the starter projects for both the students and the interns. And also they will continue the product work, more interviews and the PR. And for the G6 education, for this week, we have given DFS and graph lectures. And we have also planned to give BFX lectures, but we decided to move it forward because we wanted to give our students more time to practice on previous topics. And we have also drafted the final version of the ISA and planning to distribute it to students by today. And we had also a plan to onboard G6 new converts, but interviews are finalized and the decisions are being made. Probably early next week, this will be finalized. And we also continued conducting our fifth round of one-on-ones for this week. And for the plan for next week, we'll be giving BFS lecture, and we also plan to give ramp-up session for the new G6 converts that will join us. And also there is the holiday that is coming up, the Ethiopian Easter. So we're going to have a break for that, for our students. And we'll also finalize the fifth round of one-on-ones. So this is the update from our side. If anybody has any questions or concerns.
Thank you, Anit. If nobody has questions, we'll move next to remote education updates by Galata.
All right, thank you so much. So for remote education, when it comes to G6, we had our first camp kickoff last Wednesday. We were joined by Emery and a guest as well, and it was very interactive. The live stream, you can also find the live stream on YouTube. Thank you for that, Akil, as well. We also had a mock interview session with the students, and we also had our first group contest last Tuesday, which was very interesting. The students really liked the mock interviews that we even plan to integrate it on our usual, like on our camp. So we're planning to have 2 more mock interviews during our camp. So the remote education camp lasts for 6 weeks. So it's going to be, we have a 6 weeks of camp, and we're going to be having 2 sessions dedicated for mock interviews. We also started our 5th round of one-on-ones, as the week before was a break for the students, and that is what we're going to be doing. And when it comes to the plans for G6, we're going to be continuing our first camp, and then we're going to be continuing if we're going to be having a mock interview session, and also we're going to be finalizing the 5th round of one-on-ones, and we're going to be starting the community education convert. So currently we're planning to have a new conversion. We were planning to have conversion only dedicated for like for people who are able to join the 4 p.m. session. But since we're going to be having more people that would like to join, we want to open that opportunity. So just as an announcement, tell your friends, people that can join the remote education student, like students outside of Addis University, Astu Adama, and like our in-person education, where the schools where we have our in-person education, we are going to be having our community conversion starting from next Monday. And for when it comes to second year education, we've continued the development learning paths, and yeah, we're going to be continuing doing that in the next week as well. So do you guys have any question for remote education? All right, if not, those are the updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Galata. Up next, it's Core Dev. Eskalate, presented by Abdul Samad. Ayman.
Hello everyone. I will be presenting our weekly updates from Team Eskalate. For the first one, we have been able to onboard a new front-end intern. We have been searching for a front-end intern for the past week. We have finally been able to onboard our new intern. And we have also conducted interviews for the analytics page with Emre, David Alamayo, and David Lambamo. And we have also have a demo within the team about the mobile app, about the Eskalate mobile app. And for the other one, we have linked our text stack specific SEO pages with our hire pages. So the skills on the hire pages on the developers are linked with the specific SEO pages. For the backend team, they have also been able to have a refactor. They have they have been able to clean their codes and their repetitive works. And finally, we have refined the AfroChat agency document in collaboration with Akash. And for the next week plans, we'll create the AfroChat agency account based on the refined document. And we will also deploy our changes both on the front end and on the back end to our GCP. That's all for this week. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Ayman, I have one question. Like, when do you think our Upwork agency is going to be open? Like, do we have the timeline scheduled already?
So we plan on to create the agency account next week. I think on Friday it will be finalized.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Ayman. Now we can go to Dime, presented by Ms. Khan.
Hello everyone. How are you?
Ms. Ghana, you're not audible for me. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, that was my internet. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible.
Thank you, nice. So next up, our backend and mobile team was working on integrating Firebase.
Ms. Ghana, we didn't hear you from the beginning. Like, as soon as you start speaking, we lost you. If you start from the beginning, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay. You can hear me now, right? Okay, so we've finalized addressing comments that we were given by Emery regarding Zaman Bank proposal. We've scheduled another round of review today in the evening. So next up, our team backend and mobile was working on integrating Firebase cloud messaging. So that's not completed yet. So it's expected to be completed next week. So there's also save display functionality for recently used banks, rates, and currencies that has been implemented. And also there are other minimalistic bug fixes and improvements that has been implemented from mobile side. And there was also issue related with notification and database integration that has been also handled. So as our plan, we will have the bank proposal reviewed, and if also we might also plan visiting or connecting with them back in the coming weeks. And also backend in mobile team will complete the integration for Firebase that they're working on, and also refactor exchange rate endpoints that has some issues that needs to be fixed. They will also be working on that, and also writing some tests for handlers and URLs, and also increasing test coverage. So last week we were asked to demo the current status of Dime, so how it looks and stuff like. So I have our mobile developer Bilkas. She will just take us through the high level look of Dime and how it looks like. Bilkas, can you share your screen?
Okay, I'll do that.
Nice.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Let's just log out and start from the beginning. So as a new user, I'll be able once a new user have come in, he can sign up for his new account, starting from selecting his country. For now, let's just select our United States and let us continue. Once I do that, I'll be inserting my first name in the last name that's displaying inside my national, inside my legal ID. Then continue with that. The email that I want to link with it. The password that I want to be then I can continue with that. So once I've sent that, I'll be receiving an email that will continue my verification email. So let's check our email and so here we are. Let's just copy the OTP and then verify our account. So once I have set up, I will have an option to enable if my device supports the biometrics. I will be asked to set up it now, or I can just enable it for later. Let's choose for enable it now. So I will enable it, and then once I do that, everything is set, and I can go to the feature, the main feature that's then supporting. So the main landing of this this app will be on the send money screen, where you'll be seeing the currency that we support and also the exchange rate that for each currency. So before continue with sending the money, let's get to our other page option, which is here we have the exchange rate screen. Here we will be having some sort of a report or a time series data, and as the last the up to date data for each currency corresponding to the bank that they support. For example, as you can see, if I select the USD, it's currently have a commercial. The best rate for this one is on Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, which is about 124.8, and there is a list of banks that it supports. So if we check that, we can directly manipulate between each of them, and then we can have for commercial bank, we can check the supporting currency, and yeah. The other thing is we have
Bilkes, sorry to interrupt. Could you please go back to the previous screen? So I would love to just give a few pieces of feedback.
Okay.
Yes, number one, so in the exchange rate graph, I think this shows one of the bank's exchange rate, because there are multiple exchange rates listed, right? So this has to belong to one bank. I guess it's now Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, right? So if the graph belongs to that, maybe we can make it more visible. Maybe we can write the bank name again or something, so it's not taking lots of attention. That's number one. Number two, if we can put something to the axis. So there is start and there is today. Is start 1 week ago or 1 month ago or just a few hours back? It's not very clear. So instead of start, if it's a day, right? Day or time, like I don't know how long it is at the moment, that would be nice. And likewise on the y-axis, if we have some points in terms of what value they represent. Because we see the values when we get onto the data points, but we don't see anything on the axis, right? Normally in such kind of charts, you also see value on the axis. I think that is going to help. Last but not least, we say bank's exchange rate, but we actually list multiple rates here, right? These are bank's exchange rates. Okay. So making it plural is going to make it easy to understand. Yes. I think overall, this looks very nice, and good can always be better. Great job, team. Keep it up. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So let's continue with the other page. we have, as you can see, a transaction history list page, but since this account is new, we don't have any. And we have here also the recipient page. What? Oh. So on the
Yeah.
send money screen.
So this is a more recipient data that we just show, right?
Yes.
Since we don't have a bank, so it's just a mock recipient that we use for all other users that are registered, right?
Yeah. So here, whenever you want to register another or a new recipient, we'll be coming here and enter their account number and their corresponding bank account. So once we do that, we'll be having a validator or to check if that user already exists or save it if we want. So I can save it and then continue. For example, for this user, I just insert their account number and their bank, and it's retrieving me who is going to hold this information, and I can save it and then continue. So this will automatically redirect me to the sending page. And instead, let's just get back to our main home sending page and try to send a real. Let's try to create a real transaction. For example, we have multiple currencies. For now, for example, let's just select Arabian Emirates dirham, and from the bank list of banks that it currently support, we have 3 banks. From those, let me pick a Bank of Albania, and let's insert the amount. As you can see, if the amount that I have inserted is less than 700 per, it will ask me to add more. So once I have satisfied the condition, I can continue with the next one, which is to whom I want to send. As you can see, I have 2 recipients, the ones that I have sent earlier. I have saved earlier, like you see me, and that's the one that I already exist, this one. And let's continue with this. And we'll be going to review transfer page, where we can review if everything is fine before proceeding to before confirmation. So once we are sure about it, we can continue, and yeah, our money is heading toward its destination. So if we return back to our transaction history, you will be seeing the person that we try to send, the amount, the currency. As you can see, it's dirham in Arabic. And once we want to see the detail, we can see here the recipient name, the account, the bank that we sent, and what he is going to take, and other information, including the date. So if we want those information to be generated inside a PDF, we got to hold those information here. I think this one is due to the Arabic characteristic issue. We'll take a look at it another time. So it will hold every information, the one that sent it, which is me, and the one who is going to be receiving, which is John, and everything that's necessary will be included in this PDF. So another thing is, we have on this account profile page, we have personal information where we can be able to change the basic information if we want. And we have also on security section, if we want to change the password of our Dime account, we can change it here. And we'll have also the app lock. As you can see, previously I did login using another account, and I have already set up my biometrics as my biometrics. So for this, check it. For my PIN also, it's already been set up. So or if for example, if I log out, not log out actually, if I go out of the application and I came back here, So it's going to be asking me either allocate using PIN biometrics or using PIN. So if I choose PIN, I'll have the option to use the PIN. So if I also forgot my PIN, I also have the option to log out. So let's just go to the app using our PIN, and yeah, I think that's the overall of time. I hope you enjoy. Muskana, you can continue. Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
thank you very much, Milkes. You are. Thank you very much. This was a lovely demo. Thanks for walking us through. I think this is a product that we were all curious about because the other products that are currently provided updates for, they are already available with their website and mobile apps. It's nice to see the improvement and progress in time as well. Thank you.
Okay,
And
thank
Miskana,
you.
you are muted.
All right, all right. So guys, if you have any suggestions or any questions, you can ask me anytime. Yeah, that's it from me. That's okay.
Okay, thank you, Muskana and Bilkis for the demo. Up next, we have Adot, just presented by Mary.
Okay, thank you. For the wins, we have continued testing the backend and frontend in the point. So for the test coverage, for the backend, we have reached around 70%, which is a good progress. And for the web, well, we are around 40%, but like it has different sections, so that is the number I have. The other one is we have released new version of mobile APK. So if you guys have an Android version, you can get the new version, but we haven't released the iOS version. But we have released it. We have had some issues from Google Play Store, but we were able to solve that. The other one is we were also fixing some comments on the pregnancy tracker. So that was addressed this week. So we also have a social media post, as you know, Abigail, and the visit we have St. Paul Hospital is we talked with Dr. Legase from St. Paul, and he really is enthusiastic like to use the Adot app. And what he suggested is like for us to go there and onboard his patient first. Then after like trying it with his patient, he said we can continue onboarding, also talking with other doctors. And he also said he might visit us in person, but we might invite him in person to see our team and to discuss about like how to partner more. And we also finalized addressing the comments, all comment on the SEMA message proposal. We are planning to submit it next week. So we are going to continue the testing on the backend and front end on the front end. And we also will have a sync with Akash next week. And we, as I said, we will submit the same message proposal, and we are planning. We are going to plan like the pre-launch event with Dr. Fitzon. We were planning to meet with him this week, but he was not able to be available. So we postponed it to next week, and we will also work on releasing the iOS version for the payer tracker. So this is it. If you guys have any question, you're welcome.
You're married. I think if nobody has questions, we can move on to the next team, which is SkillBridge, presented by Amar.
Hello everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So yeah, starting from the wins, from a website, we have as you guys know, like we've tested our web platform and we've listed out bugs. So there were bug fixes and UI adjustments on the website this week. And from a mobile side, we had a an overflow bugs, especially on the homepage and exam pages. We have fixed that and we've tested it. And there were some minor logic errors regarding the premium features that we've implemented, and we've fixed that as well. And from backend side, we've populated the new learning paths on the development databases, and there were like we had an issue on like the a waybook issue regarding testing the Chapa test mode, and we've fixed that as well. And we've been from a backend side, we've separated the logic between deactivating and delete accounts, and uh, so now like deactivating and deleting account and deactivating account were the same in previous, and we've managed to separate those logics as well. So regarding our plans, we're going to have a school visit, and when we do that, we're planning to interview teachers and getting the contact of some parents that are like their children are currently using our platform, and it's very insightful for our um, school interface and parent side interface. And of course, on the website, working on the remaining bugs listed on the website, and continuing UI UX fixes from mobile side. And there has been issues regarding Chapa integration. That's why like we've been delayed our Android releases, and we're going to review the integration code as well on the Chapa integration side, and we're going to continue writing unit tests for controllers on the backends. So these are our plans. And one last thing I would like to mention is we've been trying to consistently posting on our social medias, and since it's a period for high school students taking entrance exam, so but we're not seeing interactions on our posts. So I want you to guys to take your time and maybe after this weekly wins, try to interact with our social media posts. You can find them on LinkedIn and Instagram. So and also like try to share it with any person that's in high school who's going to benefit from our platform. So this is for us. Thank you.
Ahmad, I have a suggestion to make it easy for us. Could you please send those social media links in the general channel? Maybe prepare a message, include them. And if you post it before the end of weekly wins, I'm sure it would be easy for us to go ahead and give you the interactions you need. Thanks for bringing that up, by the way. Very good point.
All right, we'll do that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ahmad. We can go to the next team, which is AfroChat, presented by Mektas.
Okay, hi everyone. So from our side for this week, we completed unit tests, widget tests, and clean up on the chat and search features from the mobile side. And admin dashboarding point development has been finalized, and the starting points have been integrated into the front end. We fixed some bugs and we made some improvements across both web and mobile. And cloud models are back and fully operational by now. And the other one is we integrated the latest AI model, which is Llama 4. And the last one is onboarding of a new backend team member went smoothly and efficiently. So for the plans, we will be conducting unit tests and widget tests on the mobile side, and we have bugs to fix and improvements planned. And we have a plan to increase our test coverage for the mobile, and we will be focusing on resolving model-specific issues, and we have a plan to eliminate duplicates API calls on the chat. The other one is we'll be integrating Cloud's most intelligent model, which is Cloud's 3.7 Sonnet. Lastly, we will prepare and publish social media posters. So that's it from our side. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus. If there are no questions, we move on to the next team, which is Akil, presented by Henok.
Abigail, I have one question for AfroChat. Did we already integrate Llama 4? Because last week Facebook announced Llama 4, which is a very good model. You know, in the benchmarks, they are on par with many top models, and it has an interesting mechanism. So it's not actually activating all the parameters at inference. So it just activates the relevant expert area, which is making the inference a lot cheaper, but giving a very similar performance. So is it currently available at AfroChat? If not, when is it coming?
Oh, hello, Emre. Yes, we have included that in our wins. And Llama 4 is currently integrated into AfroChat. Yes.
Lovely. Everyone, feel free to interact. And team, I'm very happy to hear that this is the vision AfroChat has behind, right? Whenever there is a good improvement in the AI field, we will be able to have access to these great models. Therefore, we don't have to follow the news. Team AfroChat is going to pinpoint those models and make them available to us in Africa. Great job here. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Emre.
Henok, you can continue.
Okay, so for Akil, for some of our wins are we've implemented private opportunity feature on the back end. So this is a feature that was requested by our contacts at Qatar. They wanted a feature where they could post a private opportunity and add and show it to only a select group of people. So that part is done in the back end, and our plan is to merge it with the front end next week. We've also redesigning the onboarding flow for the mobile application. It's still in progress, but we plan to complete that next week. We've also enhanced the UI and introduced new features on the web platform. And this is for organizing for the organization and admin pages. We've also added a work experience feature for talent profile, so you can add your work experience on your profile page. We've also, I guess, the implementing of the private opportunity feature, it's coming up next week. So like our plans for next week will be the notes, AI resume score, work experience feature being released to production. So that, and also we want to finalize the private opportunity feature on the web, and the onboarding feature, and like the AI resume review for talent profile placements or enhancements. So those are our plans for next week. And does anybody have any questions?
I have one question, Henok. So what's our current status with Messer? So is it completely active? The last time I checked about 10 days ago, like the outlook is there, but it wasn't functional.
Yeah, I mean, we're still doing it. So like the updates that we're doing is like, if it's something that's Akil needs, we'll do it on the Akil code base and then push it. And then after it's been merged to production, it gets synchronized with Masar. So some changes are being introduced that way, and other changes that are specific to Masar are being done specifically to Masar. So we're doing some changes on Masar, but like we have updates that are relevant to both. So we are currently doing it to Akil. We'll synchronize it next week when they're pushed to production.
Sounds great. So let's just make sure the Mesar updates are also taking place, because I have the follow-up meeting next week. So it would be really great to be able to demonstrate the full functionality on Mesar when I have the meeting with the Mesar folks.
Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll probably try to show you a demo as well, so that you'll get an accurate view of what's going on.
That would be lovely. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hinok. Next up is Rate It. She'll be presented by Yosef.
Yeah, so I'll be presenting Rate It. So for our wins, so we've managed to implement bill creation and splitting endpoints on the backend. We have finalized the QR menu ordering implementation. That means without the bill creation. So we have finalized the way that users can order and restaurants can complete their orders, and we've finalized that portion. We've also implemented QR menu ordering payment integration on the backend. We have written unit and integration tests on the backend, as well as actually on the mobile business. We have good coverage for the client app, and now we're focusing for the business regarding testing. And we had added tests and address issues found during the test for the business mobile. And for our plans, so next week we'll focus on business side QR menu ordering management. So the side of the QR menu ordering from the business side, and we'll be doing that, and we'll add more user analytics for management. We'll be having a cross-team acceptance testing for the business web and mobile app. That is like together with the QR menu, the menu management and overall the business app is our focus. So we've implemented the menu management for the business on both the web and the mobile, and we plan to have a cross-team acceptance testing for that as well. We plan to continue writing integration tests for the QR menu payment integration. That's on the back end. And we also plan to continue writing tests for the business mobile. So those are our wins and plans, if you have any questions. If not, thank you.
Thank you, Nati. So Ghana education updates are next, which is presented by Kudus.
Hello everyone, my name is Kudus and I'm the head of education for G6 Education here in Ghana. So here, firstly, some of the things that we've been able to do this week is securing accommodation for the new students, because we parted ways with some old students and we had to include new students. So since we are currently at camp, we had to secure accommodation for them. And then we also started our one-on-one sessions this week. I'm basically trying to talk to them and see some of the issues that they face here during the camp. And then we parted ways with one student who couldn't continue with us due to some things that he had to sort out personally. And then we parted ways with him 2 days ago. And also the new students that we got, we tried to have them sign the income sharing agreement and also the code of conduct. So with our G4 education, they are currently working on their project, which is Terra. and I'm sure you guys know about Terra. So currently they've moved their task management from Jira onto GitHub project since they can't have access to Jira anymore. And then they successfully completed their previous sprint, which is refactoring their code base and also making UI changes to their web app. And also, they are currently doing some development and enhancements on the mobile version of the app too. And then we are yet to secure accommodation for the graduating students since G4 have some graduating students amongst them who are no longer in school, and therefore we need to secure accommodation for them. So Emory will be sending the money soon for the accommodation, and then we do the payments for them. So now the plans that we have for GCS education for next week is that we are currently trying to start the lectures on 2-pointers. We just finished list matrices and then sorting. So we are now trying to move on to 2-pointers and also continue with the one-on-ones with them this week since we didn't finish for everyone. And we are also having issues creating tracks on the A2SV hub, and therefore we can't add problems to the A2SV hub since tracks cannot be created. So we are currently using Google Sheets to monitor that, and we've sent a complaint to the developer to have that issue fixed, and when it's fixed, we move all those problems back to the A2SV hub. And for the second year education, the plans we have is just to finalize the accommodation for the graduating students, as I said, and also redesign the UI of Terra and for the web team and then the mobile team. Basically, Terra is undergoing a reconstruction by the project team, and then the project management team are trying to make some changes to that, and then we are trying to redesign it. And that's all for the Ghana education update.
Thank you, Kudus. If there are no more questions, we can continue. Okay. So we have conclusive remarks by Akash.
Hey everyone, can you hear me well? And can you see me as well?
Yeah.
Great. So by the way, this background is supposed to be Emre's background. I'm right now sitting on his couch, very comfortable. Thank you. So I want to give you some conclusive remarks, and I want to keep this very light this time. The last time I gave conclusive remarks, we were talking about the fact that we are going into a stage that it requires a lot of effort and a lot of teamwork. Also requires people to keep themselves united and focused on the goal, remembering there is a goal. Based on the good news that you've been hearing this past week, I can safely say that we are reaching that point that we wanted to reach so bad. So I want to keep this very light. I want to remind you that everything has purpose, and sometimes going through these kind of things also requires you to strengthen your ability to think, your resistance also to change, also knowing how to control your temperament, because the truth is, at the end of the day, everything that you're learning here, you can take it anywhere, right? And the fact that you're choosing to take it here, for me, it's very important because it means that you're here by choice and not because you have to. And that is, for me, the point that I wanted to emphasize today, which is remember that there are moments where you need to rest and there are moments that you need to work. And right now we're in a moment where we need to really pull ourselves in. At the same time, don't take away the human side of it, because, as I said, I know this is a complicated moment for everyone, but good news are coming, and it can be frustrating, being almost there and not achieving the result that we wanted. But one thing I can say very clearly is everything that I've been hearing about the updates, it seems very encouraging. It's very encouraging. I'm also, by the way, in Addis, so I would love to meet anyone that's available here, product leads, project leads. If you're around, I definitely would like to do that. I will be going to ASCO next week, so I'll be able to sit with some of you and just go through some of the pain points that you might be having on the product or tech point of view, also on a business model as well. But yeah, I wanted to keep it short and I want to keep it light because it's been already a lot. So I want you to feel like, a little bit of consider this a piece of chocolate that you guys like to eat so much, so many sweets for this meeting. Can you go for
okay.
Yeah. Okay. And the quote of the day is from Nelson Mandela. It says, "It always seems impossible until it's done." This is I really like this quote actually, and it's fantastic. Let me give you one example. That also a light example. I was once working with a friend of mine on a game, a shooting game, and the top score that we had there was about 10,000 points. So we thought, you know what? Why don't we just make up a top score and we put him in 100,000 points? And we did. It was crazy. It was impossible to think that we could get there. So 1 month later, like I would say about 28 days, almost a month later, we started seeing people achieving results of 131,000, 121,000, 115,000. They surpassed our insane number that we put there not by accident. We decided to make it up. And then all of a sudden, everyone realized that there is a way to get there. So the truth is, whenever you're looking for a path that doesn't exist, it seems impossible, right? Until someone will create that path for you. And when you get there, you just realize it's not only it's possible, I can make it even better. So we are at the stage of the impossible because no one is doing what we are doing. It's especially not the way that we are doing. And I would like you guys to remember that. Whenever you're thinking about something, think about that you have skills that no one else has in this world, or very few people. You're in the top 1%. And if there's anyone that can find the possible part on the impossible, it's you guys.
Thank you, Akash. So with that, we can conclude April 11th weekly events. Thank you guys for being here, and see you guys next week.
See you, team.
Hi, everyone.